a long-standing debate whether games should be considered art. Dr. P.J. Moskal has used game systems to create his own artwork, blurring the line of art and game.
This is a project called Digital Sculptures for Analog Sounds, and it was created in collaboration with artists from Warsaw Electronic Festival. Initially, the idea for this compilation was developed by Krzysztof Cybulski, but it was the director of the festival, Jarek Grzesica, who sort of produced the whole thing. And it consists of 13 tracks, sound tracks, and I was asked to develop 3D interactive environment for these 13 tracks. The environment was supposed to be inspired by, it is, I think, inspired by the sounds, by the music. Sometimes the environment reacts to the music on its own. Sometimes it's the participants or the recipients, interactors' role to react to the sounds and to the images that one sees. So there's a lot of interactivity in it, and I think this is a next step to what music videos will be in the very near future, or perhaps already are. Some games like Guitar Hero are heavily based on music, but this is a little bit different. I think it's a little bit more artistic, in my opinion. This piece is based on Unity 3D game engine. It was written in using that technology, and that's exactly what I'm interested in. I'm interested in utilizing technologies that, commercially usage is slightly different from what I envision artists be doing with such technologies for artistic explorations or experiments. It's a game engine. However, in my piece, even though there are many elements, game elements in this piece, interactivity being one of them, there is no certain goal that has to be achieved. It's sort of an exploration of the space. And sometimes, we play these games, and many of these games try to be very realistic. The more realism, the better. And in my opinion, we should explore the space a little bit farther and for what it really is. We can be so much more creative in this space with abstract images that are not realistic at all, images that sort of demystify the virtual space, its lack of physicality. So sometimes you will see landscapes, in this piece you will see landscapes that look very realistic, but then all of a sudden they are thin as paper, and you sort of fly through them without colliding with them. So there's a lot of exposure that I'm giving here to these nuances of virtual space. Whether games can be considered art really depends on the person that you're asking this question. Personally, I think there's a lot of creative energy that comes into making a game. It really depends on the person's experience, as with interactive art in general. It's really the interactor or the participant that will make the final interpretation. It's true to interactive art in general, and I think it's true to games as well. Because if you ask a gamer or if you ask a game designer if games are art, they will definitely say yes. But if you ask a bystander who just watches someone playing a game, if it's an art form, they might say, well, it's just a form of entertainment, because they are not fully immersed in that experience.